Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another stream where we are reading today Joshua, second chapter. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. God bless each and every single one of you guys. And for those who are here to read the Bible just with me, awesome. And those who want to learn what the Bible is talking about, what it teaches, even better. Welcome, everybody. Hope you have your hot tea and honey, because if you don't have your hot tea and honey, you are not able to come in this stream. I'm sorry. You can sit outside the gates, but we will close the gates once the lesson starts, and you can listen and watch from the outside of the gates. But if you have your hot tea and honey, as always, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in inside the gates. We have some popcorn. And see, we have some water. There's nothing else, just popcorn, water, and some bread, some lavasha. If you like lavasha bread, we also got some lavasha bread and some nice gospel music. Alright guys, we shall start in just 1 second. Joshua, the second chapter, spies sent out. Alright guys, so we are reading today Joshua the second chapter, spies sent out. And Joshua, the son of Nun, sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, "Go view the land, even Jericho." And they went and came into an harlot's house named Rahab, and lodged there. And it was told the kings of Jericho, saying, "Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country." And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, "Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered in thine house." So I guess Israelites sent a couple men to go spy the Jericho land and to see what it was about and whatnot. And they came to this house, and I guess the military of Jericho heard and saw that the Israel army is there, and they sent 2 spies or whatever to spy on them. And so they came to this house and telling them, "Hey, we know that you have spies here, so send them out." And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, "Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered in thine house, for they have come to search out all the country." And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, "There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were." One sec, guys. And the woman took the 2 men and hid. Sorry, I think I went too far. "Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered in the house, for they be come to search out all the country." And the woman took the 2 men and hid them, and said thus, "There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were." And it came to pass about the time of shutting off the gates, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whether the men went, I would not pursue after them quickly, for you shall overtake them. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. And the men pursued after them the way to Jordan unto the fords. And as soon as they were pursued after them, were gone out, they shut the gate. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof, and she said unto the men, "I know that the Lord hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitation of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea." See, guys, like, They heard. People know about the God's doing, all the miracles that he's done. You know, people have heard. People not even Jewish, people that are not even Israelites, they heard and saw, and they feared the God. And still the Israelites were stiff-necked and still turned away from God after all that he showed them. That's how crazy it is. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, wow. Wow. How worthless can you be? How worthless of an Israelite can you be, man? God took you out of Egypt. He showed you all the miracles that he did, the wonders that he did, the plagues that he did in Egypt. He took you out as fire in the night and a cloud in the daytime. Showed you all the miracles, fed you, gave you everything that you need, and you still doubted him. Worthless Israelites, worthless. That's what God wanted to kill all of them, man. Because look, they've heard about the Red Sea. Others that they're not even Jewish, others that are not even Israelites, they heard about it and they believe. For they believe, because this is what she said. I know that God gave you this land. I know that the Lord hath given you the land, that your terror is fallen upon us, that all the inhabitations of the land faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Shion and Og, whom you utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above and in earth beneath. Now therefore I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have showed you kindness, that you will also shed kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token, and that you will save alive my father and my mother and my brethren and my sisters, and all that you have, and deliver our lives from death. And the men answered her, our life for yours. If you utter not this our business, and it shall be, when the Lord hath given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with thee. Then she let them down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town's wall, and she dwelt upon the wall. And she said unto them, get ye to the mountains, lest they pursuers meet you, and hide yourself there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may you go your way. And the men said unto her, we will be blameless of this thine oath which thou hast made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window which thou didst. Oops, excuse me. Excuse me. We were blameless of this thine oath which thou hast made us swear. Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window which thou didst let us down by. And thou shalt bring thy father and thy mother and thy brethren and all thy father's household home unto thee. And it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head, and he will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be on our head. If any hand be upon him, if thou utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath which thou hast made us to swear. And she said, according unto your words, so be it. And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet line in the window. And they went and came onto the mountain, and about 3 days, until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not. So the two men returned and descended from the mountain and passed over and came to Joshua, the son of Nun, and told him all things that befell them. And they said unto Joshua, Truly the Lord hath delivered into our hands all the land, for even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us. Amen. So yes, guys, like I said, the first chapter of Joshua, we knew they were going to get into war. They're about to get into war. The pursuers are after them. They know the Israelites are there. They know they're spying on their country. And even the inhabitants of the country, the people of that country that are about to invade, the land they're about to take, they know that God has given them that land. They heard about all the miracles that God has done in Egypt. They know about the drying out the Red Sea. They know how they killed the Amorite kings. And these Amorite kings, they were giants. Giants, guys. Giants. We're not talking about normal people. The fences, the walls were high, everything. So that's why these guys are impressed. That's why they know that God must be true, because the thing that they've done, it's incredible. They can't. These people, small guys, how did they defeat all these armies? You know? So they believe. They believe through faith. They believe. Some signs and wonders they saw, they hear, they believe. All right, guys. We shall continue chapter 3 next time. Until then, I appreciate you guys always being here, always checking out the channel, watching the videos. God bless each and every single one of you guys. Stay true to God, stay true to Jesus' commandments and his ways. We fall. We are sinners. We slip. But we always get up. Always get up, back up, and hold on to Jesus Christ's hand. And walk with him. No matter how many times we slip and fall, guys, we're not perfect. We'll never be perfect on earth. We will never be perfect on earth. But we will try for Jesus. If you guys want to help and support this little tiny channel of mine, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, come down to streams, say what's up. All the little things count. But until then, guys, God bless. Peace out.